For the list, what is Quarators?
Quarators. Okay, so this is full on recording.
Yeah.
Quarators is a podcast where we read Quora, the website Quora, which is questions website, and everyone's kind of insane on it. My friend Alex and I. Do you know Alex Patak?
I know him through the. I know
Sure.
we know the same people. Yeah.
It's like being in high school.
Yeah.
Alex,
did you want any water or anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. Alex and I both have done podcasts for like a million years, and we've worked together and stuff, but never had a podcast together. And he came to me one day and was like, "I want to do the easiest show we could do," because we both had done like TV show podcasts where you have to like watch an episode of a TV show all the time, and then it's really annoying, especially when you have a guest. You reach out to someone like famous or something, and you're like, "Hey, can you do my podcast?" And they're like, "Sure," and you're like, "Great." You have to watch an hour of a cartoon or something. So we were like, what's the easiest podcast we could do? And we came up with reading questions on Quora, which no one's ever done before.
Yeah.
No, the people have done it all the time.
Is that nobody's ever had the Quora podcast?
No, I just
mean
the
number one Quora podcast. It's like a
people have done similar.
You guys have a fan base, right?
We have a small fan base, yeah. Just from doing other stuff, I feel like.
Yeah. So what were the podcasts you were doing before?
I had a podcast where we watched every episode of the Mario Bros cartoon from the 80s, which was called the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. So our podcast was the Super Mario Bros. Super Show.
Yeah.
And we watched all of them and we ran out and we were like, now what? And we started like writing episodes. And then eventually we were like, enough is enough. So I stopped doing that. And then I'd had another one. We had this character on my website Hard Drive who was running for president as a gamer. And it was called Ace Watkins. So we did like a written podcast where we wrote like The Daily Show every week, basically for an hour of like video game news jokes. And we made it maybe 15 episodes before we were like, this is insane.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Daily Show, because everybody that watches The Daily Show, they go, I could do that.
Yeah.
They go, this seems easy.
We wrote like maybe
not enough days. That's the problem with The Daily Show.
Yeah.
Not enough days. Make it 7, dude. Don't.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone should ever rest.
Those are hard to do, especially when you're doing it unpaid for like a small audience.
Right.
You're like, what am I doing this for?
I mean, this is a very low effort podcast, and I still feel that. Like,
it's hard.
Yeah.
It's the hardest job there is. Harder than the troops.
Harder than being a mother.
Yeah. If you're a mother with a podcast, you know which one is worse.
You know which one is. Because it's really like, you think about all your listeners, those are all children.
Yeah.
Those are all children that you got to breastfeed.
Drinking your milk.
You guys were talking about milking a lot on the episode I listened to.
Yeah, it was not a good episode. Our guest canceled like last minute.
Who's the guest? Put him on blast.
I won't say, but it was someone who I had not met before. But
will you say
nice.
if I cut out the name? Will you say?
Sure.
Okay, I'll cut out the name.
But he was sick. He was sick that day, so we had been like kind of waiting around for like 45 minutes, and then we started, and we were just insane. It was too late. You know what I mean? Like we were just already crazy, and we kept looking up Digimon being milked, which I don't think is good for a podcast.
No, Claire took a shit during the podcast.
Well, Claire takes a shit every episode of the podcast.
But not in her pants, because that seems to be like, that's how you become the millennial Jon Stewart. You shit your pants on a podcast.
Yeah. It's a bad medium. Yeah. It's not good.
No, but it also is the future, and it's the only medium that will exist.
How long have you been doing this podcast?
A little bit less than a year. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So where are you from?
I'm from Long Island.
Long Island? Which town?
From Valley Stream. Doesn't mean anything.
No, it doesn't mean anything. And
it's like 40 minutes from here, from Penn. So we'd take the train into Penn Station, and then
you're Jewish.
I am Jewish, vaguely.
That's kind
These are the things you know about me.
That's kind of what I know about you.
This is why. Because
I think the first
time
time
at comedy.
I think the first time we met, it was on a Jewish show. At Young Ethel's. Do you remember that?
Yeah. That show with like 45 people.
Yes, yeah. It was one of those shows where it's like we automatically have an audience because there's 30 people on the show. I
used to do improv a lot, and I would get booked doing stand-up for improv shows, and those were the best because it was like, you know, you would do stand-up, like I would open for them, and there'd be like a crowd of like 40 people.
Yeah,
and like, this is great. And then they'd be like, all right, first improv team goes up, and half of the crowd would get up and do improv. You're like, oh, they're all the people on the show.
Well, also, when you're the only stand-up on a show, it's like, holy shit, I'm incredible at stand-up.
Yeah, you're like, I wrote all this.
Yeah.
I've tried them out before. I know how they'll go.
So when did you start doing comedy?
I started when I was in college, so too long ago to be where I'm at. But when I was like 18 in college in Binghamton, upstate New York.
How old are you now?
I'm 32.
32? Oh, okay.
Did you do comedy in college?
I did, yeah. I went to UVM,
Okay.
Vermont, and I started doing stand-up there. So that was like 2017. Yeah, when I started when I was 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're younger than me, I think.
I'm 29, so
Okay.
I'm a little bit younger. Yeah.
It's the easiest thing in the world.
Stand-up?
Comedy
Oh,
college.
In college, yeah.
Where everybody like is exactly the same as you.
Well, actually, so UVM didn't really have like a comedy club or anything.
Okay.
So I was just doing it in like the local like Burlington scene. So I was doing it with like it was more like people that were like in their 20s and 30s.
Okay.
At the open mics, like I was one of the few college students, but
That's like an artsy city too.
it
right?
is, yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
That's cool.
So you went to Binghamton.
I went to Binghamton upstate.
What'd you study?
Economics. Just nothing.
Why'd you do that?
I don't know. It was easy.
So what was your childhood like?
I think I had a pretty regular childhood. I don't. Nothing too crazy. It's so funny that people can just see us on the street.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I have a funny backstory.
So you're Jewish?
I grew up in a very Jewish neighborhood, so I never really thought of myself as Jewish until I like went to college and people would be mean to me about it.
Yeah, people were mean?
Yeah, I had these very right-wing roommates assigned to me randomly who would call me like a kike and stuff like that, which I didn't know that. Like I obviously knew about that, but like the idea of anyone saying something anti-Semitic to me was so foreign. I was like, what are you talking about?
Dude, this is the college experience that Zionists warn about.
I know. It's so stupid. But this is what it is. It's like, because people will be like, I'm Jewish, and anti-Semitism is just as bad as like anti-black racism. It's like, someone called me a kike. It didn't affect me.
Yeah,
it didn't bother me. I was like, okay. Nobody like paid me less.
Sure.
But they tried to hang a Confederate flag in our dorm room, and I had to like complain about it. It was the whole thing. Yeah, they're all from New York too.
That's crazy.
They've never even been to the South.
Yeah, it was really weird. Yes, I would see Confederate flags sometimes in Vermont, and I'm like, we're so north.
I know.
We're the northest north.
It's so stupid. Yeah. It's just a racism flag. You can't even pretend. I mean, it's always a racism flag, but like at least in the South, you can pretend like, well, my great grandpa died in the war or whatever. Yeah. But if you're from like Pennsylvania,
that's where I'm from.
You just hate black people.
Yeah. That's where I'm from, and we see them around there.
Yeah.
We are not the South. Don't do that.
I'd say New York and Pennsylvania seem similar.
Pretty similar, yeah. You know what's funny is every time that I drive through like West Virginia, it's so funny being like, this is the Virginia that was anti-slavery. You know what I mean? Like this was woke Virginia in the 1800s.
It's so weird. What an evil country we live in. My sister-in-law, my wife's sister, moved down south to like Nashville area, and I was looking up like their town that they had moved to, which is like a beautiful, idyllic town. And I was like just reading Wikipedia one night, and it was like trivia, like this is the place where the first Jew was ever lynched in America. What? And I was like, wow.
Damn. Wait. Well, there's a town in Virginia. There's a city in Virginia called Lynchburg.
Yeah. It's crazy. There was that Daily Show segment about the town in New York that had a flag that was a white guy strangling a Native American, and the people in the town were like, they're hugging.
He's just giving him. It's a classic neck hug.
Yeah.
You know when you hug your friend with your hands around their neck?
You're just hugging them nicely so that they can't breathe. And they had to change it. It was like a big controversy. I remember when it would
have been funny if they were like, it's actually a kink thing.
Yeah.
It's actually
dating.
This is actually interracial gay sex. It's like, this is actually the most progressive.
They just put "love is love" on it, and they're like, "That's fine now."
So what did your parents do like when you were growing up?
My parents are both computer programmers.
Okay.
Which they always told me never to get into programming because they were like, we hate our jobs. And then I feel like that was the worst advice I could have had ever. But now it seems like it's coming back around that it's bad to be into programming.
Yeah, well I don't know. I don't really know much about it. Did you ever my ex is a software engineer, or was a software engineer, and then she went to grad school. But I don't really know much about I'm no good with computers.
Yeah.
You good with computers?
I'm okay. I mean, my parents were much better than me.
Yeah.
It was always weird, like growing up, people complain about like they're having to explain like something to their
You
dad.
had the opposite.
Yeah. My dad knows so much more about computers than me. It's crazy.
That's so funny.
When I was a kid, like he would be at work and I'd be home and he would, I'd be like playing games or whatever. And he would like it would take over my computer, like desktop, and then open up Microsoft Word and write like, do your homework. And it was so scary.
That's so funny.
So I could just never like jack off as a kid because it was like Big Brother.
Yeah. Did you ever crash a computer with porn?
Probably. I can't remember. I got in big trouble as a kid accidentally looking at Dragon Ball Z porn, like very young, not knowing what it was.
Were they milking?
Yeah, they were getting milked.
So my parents owned a store. This is because they listen to the podcast, so they'll probably hear this. But my parents owned a furniture store growing up, and it was like near where my middle school and high school was. So I would just like be there after school. Like that was just until like unless I had like basketball practice, like I'd be there after school until they were done with work and we went home. And I just, I like there was like an office room that I would like sit in and like they would like, my dad would be like, oh, here, just use my laptop, do whatever you want, And I do remember one time, and it was like, I think it was when I was like, that stage where you've started watching porn, but you haven't started jacking off yet?
No.
You didn't have that?
I never got to that point where I was just enjoying it as a viewer.
What age did you start watching porn?
Probably... so my parents both also work from home, so I wasn't watching it very much.
So my parents both watched porn with
I probably high school or freshman year.
Okay, so that was
That's a little late, I think, maybe.
Do you have older siblings?
No.
Okay.
No one showed me fucking shit.
My brother never showed me porn, but I feel like it was just like it was in the ether that it existed.
Yeah.
And you got younger siblings?
I have one little sister.
Okay. And you ever show her porn?
Yeah, all the time, dude. Stepsister stuff.
She's like, please stop texting
you. I've talked about this too much in my stand-up, but I accidentally sent my dad gay porn once. Yeah, thinking it was a parody video, which was really embarrassing.
You accidentally thinking it was not porn, or thinking you weren't sending it to your dad?
I thought it wasn't porn.
What was it?
It was in the era of Two Girls, One Cup. And there was this parody of it that someone made called Two Guys, One Flute, where it was one guy blowing a flute and one guy playing the holes of the flute. And I was like, this is cute. And I sent it to my dad as like a joke because my dad has like a gross sense of humor already. And then like I didn't finish the video, and halfway through it fully switches to the one guy just sucking off the other guy. And I was like, check this out. And my dad was like, why did you send me this?
So it sounds like it was Two Guys, Two Flutes.
It was, it was a lot of flutes playing. Yeah, it was pretty nasty.
But yeah,
it was great.
But I crashed.
You crashed a computer
watching porn, and I was like, I don't know what happened. And then like, I don't know. I like to this day, I have no idea. We've never talked about it. Like, I have no idea.
I don't really get how that happened so much back then, because now it's just video. I feel like.
Well, I think the websites just weren't secure. Like now we know it's like, all right, if you go on Pornhub, like that's fine.
Yeah, run by the government, basically.
Yeah, basically.
It's the hub of porn.
I mean, quite literally, like you go to some states or countries and it's like that website is shut down and other ones are not.
Right.
Sure. Which I've heard. I've just heard that. I don't know because I haven't been looking. But
sure.
But yeah, I've heard that. That's just what.
There's other porn on other.
That's what I've heard. This is why I'm not more famous. Is
it weird that your parents listen to your podcast?
A little bit. I definitely feel like only in the edit. Because then it's because they're two people where I'm like, I know they're gonna listen,
right? And
it's really nice. It's really nice that they listen, and I know that it's like a way for them to like learn more about my life without talking to me. Like my mom has literally said that, so that's nice. But it's like when I'm editing, it is weird to like have in the back of my mind like, what are your parents gonna think of that?
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what my mom has listened to. Very random things I've done. Yeah. But not my podcast. She's listened to like weirdly, like she listened to like when I went on Chapo Trap House. And I was like, but that's not for you at all.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'll get it.
Did she know it was that's like a big podcast though?
No.
Like
I just told her I had gone on some podcasts and she listened to it. I was like, that makes no sense to me that's the one
that's
you picked.
The one. Because that is a big one.
It was great. It was very helpful to us.
But that's one of those ones where it's like that is like big amongst like people our age, or I guess people older who would just be like super leftist. Mm-hmm. It's not one that like necessarily people like
my
our
mom
parents' age would
doesn't know that she sent me an article about it many years ago that was like this evil podcast is ruining your youth.
Oh, was it the like New York Times article about like the dirtbag left?
Are you listening to this?
Yeah.
And I was like, I sure am. And then I think I sent her a different one they did a while back, and just to be like, you listened to this and you hated it once and now you like it.
Yeah.
But because my parents are like progressive or whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was it like when you want to chop it? You know those guys?
Only through like the computer.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great. I listen to that show a lot, so it's always weird to go on a show that you listen to because then you have to remember to talk.
Yeah.
So it was on the computer too, and they didn't have cameras, and it was very much like you just hearing a podcast.
Oh, there was no cameras or anything. It was fully like
Will uses a camera, but it's like they're on their laptops. Felix doesn't use a camera.
Discord?
It was on like some internet. What's it called? Like Zencaster adjacent thing.
Dude, they both. Because the first time I think I'd ever seen what they looked like was when they went on Stavi's World. They both look so different than what I expected. Like they do not, their faces do not match their voices.
It's always weird. People say that about my podcast a lot too, and I don't know how to interpret it. You know?
Yeah, I guess I haven't had enough people listen to my podcast.
Sure, your parents know what you
to have that. Yeah. Well, I also think anybody that. Even if it was like a stranger listening to my podcast, they probably would be finding it
on YouTube
through my stand-up, through like seeing a stand-up clip and then like going to my profile.
Yeah.
Like, so, yeah, that's interesting. So
we're all on YouTube now, which is silly.
Yeah,
this podcast is an audio medium.
I hate it.
It sucks.
It sucks. And Marin was the last one. He was the last one to be fully audio. Yeah, it's a bummer. And that's the thing where like, you know, starting this podcast, I was just like, all I want is like, I just want the audio episode. I feel like I want like a 2010 podcast. Like I want audio episode and then like the Instagram pic of us like standing here.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That's all but I'm like, you got to put it on YouTube and you got to edit clips. And it's just like, that's how I know about Chorators. Because I saw the clips.
Yeah,
and
made a bunch of clips of it.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is hilarious.
I don't know if people are listening to the podcast from the clips, but there are people watching some of the clips at least.
Yeah,
there's awareness.
There have been podcasts that I've started listening to because I saw a clip and thought I want to hear more of that.
All right, well then that's the model.
It definitely,
they're for.
Definitely works. So your parents, they're supportive of comedy?
My parents are relatively supportive. I wish I had more interesting parents, but they don't do anything for me. They're just normal ass, somewhat supportive. I feel like some people have like great, like my parents are evil stories. Some people have like hippie parents. My parents are just like regular ass computer programmers in Long Island. But yeah, they're fairly supportive. They don't like that I have been unemployed for a while. That's what they really. Yeah, my mom texts me all the time, being like, "I think I'm just worried your wife will leave you if you don't get a job soon."
Does your wife have a job?
Yeah, she's doing fine.
What's she do?
She works for the health department.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, it's great. Dude. And she hates that I would get a job because I'm cooking and cleaning for her. Yeah. I'm like a house husband who writes mean little jokes on the computer.
Do you guys want to have kids?
I don't know. Maybe. Kids are expensive.
Yeah, kids are expensive, especially if you're adopting.
Yeah, yeah. It also is just time consuming. A lot of my friends are having kids right now. I don't know how they're doing it.
Yeah, I know just from the episode I listened to today that Alex.
Alex had a baby. Now. I think his parents are helping him out a lot.
Yeah.
He has a lot of family wealth that I don't have. Good for him. I mean, no shame for it, but.
You don't have family wealth with the computers?
No.
They didn't invent computers?
They did not. My dad has a lot of like near misses of being wealthy.
Yeah, so what? Because I feel like they worked in computers like your whole life.
Yeah, they were there
since
like
before
80s.
You were born. So that was. Yeah. They were early on it.
Yeah. My mom was an 80s STEM woman in STEM.
Damn, she was one of the first.
Yeah, exactly.
She wasn't women in STEM. It was woman.
Yeah, exactly. It's my
STEM.
Mom. She invented the shirt. My dad got offered a job at Microsoft like really early on. He was like, that's too much fucking work. And then his friend took it and like retired like 10 years after.
I have my grandfather was a stockbroker, and is kind of his version of that story is that he turned down Tesla stock.
Damn. Yeah.
He had a few like that. And every time he tells them, I'm like, don't tell people.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Don't tell people.
There's this thing where like my dad likes to, I'm not going to say illegally, but download movies on the computer. And he, one time, years and years ago, had to use this website where they made you use Bitcoin, but he didn't want to do it because it was like $40 to sign up. You had to buy like $50 of Bitcoin. And Bitcoin was like $1 of Bitcoin at that time. And he's like, I'm not going to fucking do this. And he would have made so much money that if I bring it up, he gets so depressed.
Oh my
he's
God.
Just like, oh. It's very sad.
That just sucks. It just sucks to think about that is like a thing that can be like, my life's different. Because I didn't Bitcoin.
Yeah, exactly. And he was like, gonna do it. He was like, I don't want to deal with the hassle.
I have a friend who he now is very rich, but had a similar was like in the tech world and turned down Bitcoin when it was like $1 and.
But you never know.
But now he's got his own wealth.
Okay,
so
found a different way.
It all worked out for him.
I feel like for me and my family, it's the other way around. We're just always gonna be missing whatever it was.
And we both are in that situation of we started comedy just at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Actually at the right time, but maybe like we should have started 10 years earlier so we could have been good when we started.
But when we were like 7.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So wait, so you were 18 when you started? So
yeah.
That was like 14 years ago?
Yeah, I guess so. I think I had just turned 19.
2011?
Or I was about to turn 19. So yeah, I was in college. I know exactly when it was because I was like really good friends with this guy who was going to school in Geneseo and by Rochester. And I visited him and we saw Patton Oswalt do stand-up. And it was very cool. And his opener was like so dog shit that we were both like, we just got to start doing this.
And do you know who his opener was?
I don't know, but you could easily find out. Yeah. It was like September of 2012 in Rochester. So someone could easily look it up and find their name. Who opened for Patton Oswalt. So yeah, that's when I started.
That's on Quora.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's just go on Quora. Who opened for Patton Oswalt?
And how do I have sex with him? That's what it always ends up being. There's always perverts over there.
Dude, I just remember, it's also, I didn't realize Quora was like such a fucking weird website.
Yeah.
Because I just remember like using it like in school. Did you ever, you just Google like a history, like you're doing like you got like a fucking like history paper due and you're like, when was the War of 1812? And like he's just Quora is like the War of 1812 was in 1812. Like
sure, I feel like maybe the 3-year gap that we have or 4-year gap or whatever it is might be when Quora was invented.
Maybe
I don't remember
it's possible. Yeah, I guess
being we had like Wolfram Alpha. We had Reddit. Yeah, I don't know.
So were you into comedy as a kid?
Yeah, I mean, I used to write jokes in high school and then be like, and then I'll never tell these.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I started doing stand-up so quickly after high school, I guess, when I was in college. But I had been secretly like, I'm going to try this, but maybe one day kind of thing.
It is one of those things where you have to... I feel like nobody's like, I decided to, I was like, I want to do stand-up, and then I did it the next day. I feel like it's always like, I was just thinking about it for years.
Yeah. Especially when you're young, because you just don't know how to do it. Mm-hmm. There's no one tells you that you can like go to places and just do it unless you're like in an entertainment industry family or something.
Right. And especially like depending on like what city you live in, like there might just not be any comedy around you. Like,
we started our own club in college too. I mean, I joined like maybe 1 year into it, but like I think like that semester was our first year of like we should put on shows around school kind of stuff. So that's how we did it.
And you were doing improv and stand up in college?
I never joined the improv team, but I had friends who did improv. But yeah, so the improv team at our school had been around for like 30 years or something. But the stand up team, the stand up group or whatever we had created.
And what was the comedy you were watching as a kid?
I loved Patton Oswalt. I loved the comedians of comedy or whatever, the fucking white guys, Pete Holmes or whatever, Maria Bamford. I still love Maria Bamford. They're all great still. Yeah, a lot of like pasty white guys talking about. That was like the era of like nerd comedy that was so huge, where it was like, if you said something about like Merlin, you'd get a laugh. That was
because I feel like that era was like when just like nerd culture in general started to become popular. Because I remember that with like the rappers I listened to, they'd be like, this rapper likes anime? And it turns out like every rapper likes anime. But
sure, I loved like Childish Gambino as a kid.
Yeah. I remember when just finding out Childish Gambino and Don Glover were the same person, and just being like, you can do both of those things? What?
Yeah. I had a similar thing where I would upload his video. I had a few of his songs I had uploaded to YouTube for some reason because they just weren't there. Yeah. And I found out in college that my friend had been listening to those YouTube videos, and we had this like weird
the ones that you
YouTube
would upload
connection.
Oh, no way.
It was fun.
That's funny because I always wonder. I'm like, who are these people uploading?
It was just me.
Yeah,
because I was like, I wanted to listen to them on YouTube, but no one had done it.
Wow.
So I threw them up
So
there.
you're just like downloading them from LimeWire. And ripping them onto YouTube
or whatever. He had them like online, I think, for free.
Yeah.
It was Cul-de-sac was his.
Oh yeah, I got onto. I think I started listening to him. It was after Cul-de-sac. It was Freaks and Geeks.
Okay.
So that was when I got into him.
I think that was his EP.
That was the EP. Yep.
I remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, college comedy rules because you were doing in the city, but in school we would just put on like lecture hall shows and we'd stuff like 250 kids in our school into these rooms and just crush. It was the greatest thing.
Yeah, I mean, it was. The thing is, Burlington was even though there's a lot of people just slightly out of college, like people in their like mid to late 20s were like the demographic and the audiences, but it was kind of a similar thing. It was just like that's the biggest difference between New York and like everywhere else, and I guess like Chicago and LA are a little bit like New York in that way of like. The open mic is just comics, and then you go to like any smaller scene, and it's like people go to open mics just to watch because it's like, oh, that's one of the 5 comedy shows in the city.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, you're my first time ever performing at Vermont Comedy Club. Like there was a real audience there, and it was like once a week I'm performing in front of a real audience at a real comedy club.
Yeah, I had the same thing of that.
Yeah.
Also, Binghamton, I'm realizing, as you say, Binghamton and Burlington, it sounds like someone like mispronouncing Burlington.
That's how I got
what a
named.
Stupid city I was in.
What's this city called? Binghamton?
Yeah, it's so much easier to start there. I can't imagine people who start doing stand-up in New York.
I'm very impressed by it. Yeah, it's because I feel like I only had the confidence to do stand-up here because I was like, I've done it somewhere. Like I've already had good sets. Like I can go to New York.
I think it's easier now though if I'm gonna talk shit about people who are starting.
Talk shit. Let me hear
about
it.
open mic comedians who are starting doing stand up. I feel like when I started doing stand up in New York, every open mic was like a grueling nightmare where you'd go up and it was like 10 extremely mentally ill people and 10 of the most racist people alive. And then like COVID happened and I stopped doing any stand up for 2 years. And then I came back and it was like all new people and every open mic was like, this is an anti-racism zone. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Which is great.
It is great. So, because I had a similar experience because I moved here. So when did you start doing stand-up here? You moved here right after college?
So when I was in college, I would come here and just bomb at open mics and improv shows every summer.
Yeah.
And then when I graduated in 2015, I guess, is when I started like doing stuff more in the city.
Okay, yeah, because I moved here in 2019, so I only had like 6 months of the pre-COVID New York.
Okay.
But when I came back in 21, I totally had the same experience of like, oh my God, everybody's so nice and friendly and just everybody's so happy to be here. I think that I think maybe the pendulum has swung a little bit to the point where I think there is still it's gotten back to like the clickiness that existed before. So I think there's still that. I think there's also not to be like not to sound like anti-woke because I'm not.
No. Yeah,
but that like
it's just different.
There is something of like it's almost like an opposite problem where I think we're like sometimes people can be put off by even just like an edgy idea and they're like not like listen to. Because I've had that a few times with people, even people that know me, and I'm like, guys, I'm just trying something out. I'll probably never say that again if it's not funny. Like,
I had someone pull their collar at a joke I did in an open mic recently, which was
like Rodney Dangerfield style.
I feel like I went from being like the most like woke liberal person in the room to like the most edgy through COVID or whatever. But yeah, the joke I told was not that offensive, and people were like, oh yeah.
What was it?
The joke was that it was. I was reading that in the Middle Ages that I think it was like 50,000 women were burned because they were suspected of being witches, which is so scary because like, can you imagine having such a bad witch problem? That's the whole joke. And just the setup, everyone went like, ugh. And then the joke bombed. And I was like, all right, never mind, goodbye.
Yeah, there's something about like sometimes people are just like, we don't want to hear it.
Yeah, it was too soon like, for Middle Ages.
Yeah, too soon. That's
fine. It's okay. But it's just funny that people, I don't know, get mad at an open mic.
Yeah.
It used to be just so bad is the thing. Like you'd go up and people would just say the worst thing you could ever imagine.
Just like actual slurs.
Yeah. There was this guy, I think his name
that still does that still does exist.
Yeah.
I think we just don't see
Maybe
it.
that's what it is.
Because we live in Brooklyn.
Maybe that's what. Yeah, maybe I've moved out of Manhattan or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I never really did stuff in Manhattan, and Burlington was pretty similar to Brooklyn because I noticed when I go, when I perform outside the city, that crowds are like a little bit more conservative, but also like more okay with you saying like edgy stuff. Even like somewhere that I think of as liberal, like Maine, I was like, oh no, you're not. Yeah, because then I was also like, I was in Portland, Maine, which is liberal, but I'm like, Portland is like the epicenter of Maine, so people are coming from like the woods to see a comedy show here.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I haven't done too much stuff out of New York. It seems fun.
So what did you want to do? Like, when you went to college, you were like, oh, I'm going to be an economist.
I really didn't know what I was going to do.
Write for The Economist?
Yeah, exactly. I honestly had no idea what I was going to do. And everyone was like, economics equals job. So I just like, and it was very easy. And I did it. And they were wrong, by the way. It did not equal job. But so I just did economics, and then I just fucked off and did stand-up like all the time in college.
Dude, that's awesome to hear that it didn't equal job. Because I studied film, which everybody was like, you're not going to get a job. Turns out they were right.
Yeah. I had a job for a little bit at the government, but it wasn't really like an economics thing. It was just like a Microsoft Excel job or whatever. But yeah, it's not... I don't know. Economics is like dumb as fuck. It's so stupid.
So what is it? Explain economics.
Economics is when someone draws two lines and they point to where they cross and say that's why poor people can't have more money.
Okay.
I don't know. It's like applied math. It's applying Calc 1 basically, like derivatives and stuff like that to the economy.
Wow, that's pretty bad at calculus.
It's very simple calculus is what economics is. If I remember correctly.
I was called very simple in my calculus class.
There you go. But yeah, I was just like kind of fucking around and being bad. I had to beg I was a math minor, and one of my math classes, I had to beg my teacher not to fail me in my final semester. I was like, we both know I'm not going to be a graph theorist.
Right.
Like, let's just from a C- to a C and I could go home. Like, that's really all it is.
And he did it?
He didn't. And then I was like, all right, if you're not going to do it, I have like... every test I've taken the entire semester, I think I could argue a few of these points and try to get it over a C. So I'm going to come to your office. We're going to go through each one. And I'm going to try to argue them to get enough points to pass. And he was like, you have a C.
And so you just annoyed him.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a real lesson. That's like, you can annoy people into passing. You know?
It was so stupid. It was just like, we both know this is bullshit. Just give me the slightly higher grade so I could not pay like thousands of dollars.
Yeah, that's a weird thing of like, it is weird that you can fail classes in college.
Yeah,
you know, because it makes sense like in high school, like it makes sense up until that point, you know. But then I'm also like, but I guess if you're just not doing it, like why would you pass? I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying.
It was a bullshit thing. It was a math class that was extremely subjective, which is not really fair. It was a lot of
isn't math supposed to be the one thing that is not subjective?
Yeah, exactly. But graph theory was a bunch of like definitions. So he would be like, you know, define this concept, and you would define it, and he'd be like, this word is
definition.
Exactly, yeah. And then you'd say, you know, all the milkshakes, bring my boys to the yard, etc. And they'd draw little points as the yard and the milkshakes. Okay. And then he'd be like, you got this one word wrong, so you get 0. And I would be like, I'm going to kill myself.
This was kind of like the only math class I took. For my math credit, I took logic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it made you more logical?
No, but it was. I thought it was interesting.
Okay. I took game theory, with my roommate who thought it was about video games until we got there. And learned that it was about a mathematical concept.
Yeah, I don't really know what game theory is. I know the Roots album.
Game theory is like a prisoner's dilemma kind of shit over and over again.
Like the trolley problem?
Kind of. It's like it's a lot of like.
What's prisoner's dilemma? Like whether or not you want to watch like Prisoners or different than Villeneuve movie?
It's Prisoners versus Dune. Yeah. That's the dilemma. One's shorter, but one's 2 parts, and it's a little bit better.
Yeah.
It's like 2 people are in prison, and they're like, you have to try to figure out the most rational thing for them to do, and they'll say like, if it's something like you draw like a square, and it's like if this happens and this happens, then they're gonna rat out the other person or whatever. I'm explaining things terribly. I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
I didn't do any of it. I was not good at it.
So what have you done like for jobs since you've been in New York?
I worked for the Department of Education for like 5 years. Which was chill. I literally just like ran spreadsheets for the DOE.
I worked for the DOE.
Oh yeah,
I'm a sub.
Did you? Oh yeah, nice. Yeah. That's fun.
Yeah, that's all right. It's flexible, you know.
Yeah,
kind of don't have to work every day.
What do you teach?
Whatever they need me to teach.
So is it like younger kids or whatever?
I'll teach like literally anything. Like just
that's cool.
Yeah. Today I was at an elementary school, so I was mostly with younger kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you're like a sub, do you have to like know how to do all the different subjects, or
No, you don't have to know how to do anything.
just put on a movie or whatever?
No.
I had a sub growing up who looked like the teacher from Ferris Bueller. So whenever he was our sub, he would just play Ferris Bueller.
That's funny.
Wait, he's like, "That's me."
Somebody called me twice. Let me just
do it.
Check and so let me just send him a text back. Okay. Sorry about that.
You're good. I like this chill music that's playing.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a good spot. P&T Knitwear for the listener.
Nice.
Good bookstore. Never bought a book here.
Do they care?
No, I always try to like I usually get a coffee. When I'm recording. I'll So I'm supporting the business.
The venue.
Yeah. Support the venue. Get tip your bartender. What's your biggest, or when you started comedy? What were you like? What did you imagine your future looking like? You were like, I'm gonna do a podcast on the internet.
Yeah, exactly. Where I talk about jacking off or whatever.
Yeah.
I think I just really wanted to pay my bills doing comedy. That was my one real goal when I first started doing it in New York, which I did achieve for like a little bit, but then I stopped, and now I can't. But it was cool for a little bit.
For a little bit, how through the podcast?
No, so I worked for DOE for 5 years, and the whole time I was doing this satirical video game website, Hard Drive, that I had co-created, and I was the editor in chief. And eventually, we were making enough money that I was able to quit my job, take a huge pay cut, and just be like, I'm going to be doing this full time. And it was like literally March 4th, 2020 was when I quit my job and was like, I'm full-time comedian. I'm going to tour with this like character that we had created. We had just done PAX East on the February 29th, and we had like 400 people show up, and we're like, we're going to tour the country. We're going to sell a TV show. I've quit my job, and then they made me stay inside for 2 years. It was awful.
So you really just had like those. Do you still do Hard Drive?
No, I left Hard Drive like a year or 2 years ago.
And so what is Hard Drive? It's like a video game.
Yeah, it's like the
site?
Onion, but video game stuff.
You're a big video game guy?
I wasn't a huge video game guy. I grew up liking it, and then I feel like my job at Hard Drive was helping video game people make their stuff funny.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because people will have observations, but they're not funny, and then you could write it into a joke, basically.
Yeah. Who what video games do you play?
I've been playing a ton of Hades too. You play that one?
No, I don't really play video games.
No, okay, fair enough.
I play 2K. That's
okay. I don't know. Video games are fun. It's fun to play with friends or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, music is pretty good. It's pretty fire. What kind of music you listen to?
I was listening to the new Geese album on the way here. I bought tickets to see their show, and then they became so famous, and now none of my friends can get tickets because they're all like $500.
Damn, tickets are too expensive.
I know. This was like a issue in the mayoral election.
Yeah.
Like I think Zoran said he wants to like decrease ticket prices for like FIFA or something.
Dude, he should have just ran on that.
I know.
What the fuck is he talking about? Like free rent freeze?
I know.
Like if he was like, you could see Taylor Swift for $50, he would have instantly won every woman's vote.
If you just get rid of service fees, I think you could win an election. You could be like the most racist person alive, and you're like, we're getting. If that's what Curtis Lee had done,
if Curtis Lee had run on the platform of, he's like, I won't do anything else Zoran wants, but I will make tickets cheaper. I'd be like,
we're gonna have vigilantes in the street killing people, but
dude, he is like a fucking comic book character.
Yeah, he's crazy. It's weird seeing everybody like love him now too, because I feel like he's like a famous nut job.
Yeah,
but he's authentic.
Did you know about him before? Because I mean, you're like from like the New York area, so maybe you were more.
I knew of him just as a mayor candidate. Like he was like just a goofy guy who runs for mayor every time.
Because he does this. This is like his thing.
It's like his third time. It's like the rent is too damn high guy. Remember him?
That guy's awesome.
Jimmy McMillan.
Whatever happened to him? Did he die?
He was right. I don't know.
Was right.
The rent is too high.
Dude, the rent is too damn high. And then it's like...
I feel like he was a thing, and he was like, the rent is too damn high. And we're like, what a fucking idiot. And then like 2 years later, Bernie was like, the rent is too damn high. And we were like, make him president.
Like, this is the smartest man alive.
He should be our leader. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know where he went. There's always a crazy person. There's that guy, Paperboy Prince.
Love Prince.
Yeah, he's always running.
As Kanye did it once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you a Kanye fan?
Not really. I was never really that into Kanye. No. I was kind of happy when he ended up being a Nazi. I was like, I was texting people from college, like, I told you that. 300's like the Spartans or like the Trojans.
Actually, no, he says 300 like the Romans.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was texting people like, you fucking idiot. You're a Nazi for not agreing with me in college. That line being bad.
Yeah, Black Skinhead did not age well. The Nazi shit. Bro.
Yeah.
Dude, I was such a fucking huge Kanye fan. Oh my God. It was like genuinely heartbreaking. I've been doing this joke. It doesn't really work that well, but it's that like I miss Kanye more than my ex. and then I'm like, and I really miss my ex.
She is not a Nazi.
Yeah, she's not a Nazi, but she's also never made a good song.
It's very funny that he became a Nazi. It's so funny.
Yeah.
This is the thing, like, as I was saying before, like, anti-Semitism is kind of funny. It doesn't matter that it doesn't affect living in New York as a Jew. It doesn't affect my life at all. That people can be anti-Semitic elsewhere until it does.
Apparently, there's plenty of people that seem to disagree.
I know people are saying it's the worst thing that's ever happened or whatever.
Yeah.
It's very funny to me, but I don't know. Just he had the Heil Hitler song.
Yeah,
just like a little bit country.
It is a little bit catchy. You know what song is pretty good?
I gave my cousin head.
It's not bad. It's not a bad song. I remember it was like a little bit after it came. I was playing basketball with my friend, and we were just playing 1-on-1. So I like had a speaker and was just playing music, and then like the autoplay thing came, and that song came out. I was like, "What is this? This shit's kind of good."
It's a Kanye song.
I was like, he still got it.
He's quite good.
Still got it.
He's just insane. And then saying that 21 Jump Street made him less anti-Semitic.
Yeah, and then he came back, and then later it was Adam Sandler made him less anti-Semitic, and it's beautiful. Like, dude, comedy really, really is powerful.
Love conquers hate.
We could do this, man.
I know.
We could change him.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So you were a big Charlie Kirk fan, right?
I love the guy. I definitely didn't make any jokes about his death online.
Have you ever? Because you've had some stuff pop online.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, you had. I know you had the one talking about Jews looking like goblins.
I did have that. Yes, I always feel bad having Jewish jokes go online or do popular because I'm like I don't want to be like the Jew guy.
Yeah,
but it's just it's a.
Well,
thing.
have you seen your face or read your name?
I know. People say it to me a lot.
People don't remember my name. It's just like a Jew guy. It's actually Jeremy.
That one is crazy too because I feel like it's a
good one too.
I'm proud of that joke. I think it's funny. But people will be anti-Semitic and agree with it, and then I go like, fuck.
Like it is one of those where I could see people like it and then they miss the point. I've had that with some Israel jokes. Yeah, I've done where
it's rough.
I definitely because I post them and I see who's liking them. Yeah, and I know these people and I know what their views are. So I'm like, what do you think this joke is about? You know,
I saw one that was like. I had a comment that was like, I really like this joke, but I had to press downvote because I don't want Jews on my algorithm or something. And I was like, fair enough.
Oh my God. Well, I guess
it's crazy out there.
It is. It's so fucking weird how like if there's like a number of comments on something, like once the comment section reaches a certain number, it's like there's gonna be something anti-Semitic. Yeah. It doesn't matter what the post is about. Yeah. But yeah, so you've had a few things go like pop on. You had the Seinfeld one.
Yes.
That was really good. How come girlfriend parents are the same age as you?
Yeah.
That one's good.
That one ended up in a court case, which was really weird. No way. Yeah, that's like comedy's fucking stupid and it doesn't matter at all, and you can't really change hearts and minds with it. But that one specifically did. So the woman who like sued Horatio Sands said that video is what made her realize that she was abused by him, and it's like cited in the court case. It like links to it. Way. It's crazy. Isn't that nuts?
That is nuts.
You can change the world. She lost that case, I think.
Dude, that's crazy.
I was blown away by it.
That's the man who did this to me. Just be like, I'm not Horatio Sands.
She sued me specifically, yeah.
But what I was gonna say is, have you had stuff that has like caught fire online? Like, have you been embroiled in controversy at any point?
Yeah. I mean, I've gotten in trouble for stuff. I don't know. People have gotten mad at me all the time. I don't know. People are always mad at me, I feel like. I lie a lot on the internet.
Oh, what do you lie about?
I really like to take news stories and then change the headline to something really stupid and then post like, this is crazy.
Like as if it's real?
Yeah. And I think it's obviously a joke. And then people don't know and they get really, really mad at me.
People don't know Photoshop exists.
Yeah. I did one recently that was like when the Pope, people were like, the Pope is too woke. And I wrote like a New York Times article that was like, the Pope was one of the main guys in the autonomous zone in Seattle. And he was saying like, kill all cops. And people were like, this is a lie and you're disgrace to Christianity. You're lying about Catholicism and stuff like that. Oh my God. And some people thought it was real. And there were all these like debunking, like it was on like Snopes or whatever.
That's so crazy. Dude, but it is like, with shit like that, I'm like, there is so much crazy stuff. I mean, Donald Trump is the president. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, the mayor of New York, like, had like he was like being bribed by Turkish Airlines or something. Like, there's so much insane news that it almost is like anything is kind of believable.
Yeah. Yeah. Eric Adams is so fucking funny. I'm gonna miss him.
You see the Z-Way interview?
No, is it good?
I just saw like a couple clips from it. There's a point where she's like, "Stop hitting on me," and he's like, anytime that a male is actively listening, you see it as hit, and she's like, okay.
I really want him to come on my podcast, and I've emailed him multiple times to be like, I tried to be like really nice and being like, hello, Eric Adams. I'm a huge fan, and I'm a Jewish person who supports what you're doing for our people. Yeah. And like, you should please come on. Because he's like, if Quora was a person, I feel like.
Dude, he's so insane.
I would love to talk to him for even 10 minutes.
I mean, there's so many people where it feels like it's weird that like, because there's people in like comedy and entertainment who is like, you don't care about the art, you just want to be famous.
Yeah,
it's so weird that that's a thing in politics.
It's all of them too. Right? Like,
I mean, it seems I think that there's some politician that it seems like, but it's like there's people. It doesn't even feel like somebody like Eric Adams or George Santos like that they care about power. You know what I mean? Because most politicians that are like evil or crazy, it's like they just want power. You know?
Yeah.
They just want like fame, and it's like there's so many. I don't know.
He's crazy. He also thinks that there's like crystals beneath the city that power all of us.
Santos or Adams?
Adams. I love that guy.
Can we just have like, dude? And these are the people that should have podcast. Like, dude,
put him from a microphone.
Cometown Reboot, but it's George Santos, Eric Adams, and Curtis Sliwa.
And just two of them are in prison.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
They probably should all be.
Yeah, they're all pretty fucking nuts.
Yeah. But who's like the craziest person you've like reached out to about the podcast?
For our show? We had David Cross on our podcast, which was really cool.
That's a big
He was not very nice to us.
Really?
Yeah. Shouts out to David Cross.
Do tell.
I love David Cross. I think he's a genius. I grew up loving Arrested Development. I grew up loving his stand-up. I mean him no disrespect. But I feel like part of his persona is that he's mean.
Yeah.
So he just came on our show and was very much like, this sucks and I hate it. And he kept trying to leave. And we were like, that's great, David. And we like kept making him sit down.
Oh, so it was in person too?
Yeah, it was like in my co-host's apartment.
Whoa.
It was so funny to have David Cross there.
That's so. Did you ever listen to the Cometown episode with him on?
No, but I know that on Chapo as well that they had like a contentious thing. Right?
Well, the Cometown one. It was like a pretty early episode, and the episode was just like, they give the episodes like funny titles. It was called David Cross, I think. And they just he's on the phone, and they talk to him for like 15 minutes, basically asking him nothing, and they're like, all right, thanks for coming. It's like fully like almost like a troll. Like Adam is like, wait, can I ask a question? David, did they tell you I got a dog? He's like, yeah, I got a dog.
That's so funny. I mean, I love him. I like that we got to have the David Cross experience, but he's not very nice.
I would love to have him on the podcast.
Go get him.
You think he's gettable?
He came on my show. We don't have any fucking listeners.
You got more listeners than me.
Yeah, but to David Cross,
it's all the same. You're right. It's David Cross. It is all the same. I
don't have enough listeners that is a job or anything.
Sure, yeah.
I'm trying to convert your parents to listen to my show.
Listen to coordinators. I feel like they'd like it, maybe.
I don't think I've done a good job selling it.
Yeah, on this?
We mostly talk about Digimon being milked.
So when did Claire O'Kane become a part of it? She wasn't. It was originally just you and Alex.
We brought Claire in like a year ago.
Okay,
it's a lot easier with more people.
Yeah,
because I don't know, just easier.
The conversation flows more easily. Like, I feel like if it's two people, there's going to be a point where it's like we both have nothing to say.
Yeah.
And then when it's three people, it's like there's always going to be somebody that can step in.
And we have the fourth person, which is just we can go back to the website and make fun of it.
Yeah,
if we have nothing to say.
And then if you have a guest, you have a fifth person.
There you go.
And then you got a full basketball team.
Yeah.
And then
But yeah, you should reach out. Have David come. I don't remember his email. Someone told it to us, and it's something offensive, but I can't remember what it is.
I feel like everybody in New York comedy, their email's available.
Yeah, that's true. I mean? They're all on that basketball chain.
I'm on that basketball chain.
There you go. I'm not. There's a ton of famous people there, though, right?
Yes, there are some people that I have because it's usually a CC or a BCC.
Sure, but sometimes
not Brooklyn Comedy Collective, but it's usually
it used to be annoyance.
It's but it's usually it was like handed over from Jake Head, who started it, but he moved to Philly, so then Joel Wachowski took over, and it was like one of the first weeks that Joel did it. He accidentally did CC instead of BCC.
Incredible.
So I took everyone's emails. So
yeah, of course.
There's a few people that I've reached.
You have like Adam Sandler or something?
I don't have Sandler because I was not there the one time Sandler was there. Because Sandler mainly lives in LA.
Right.
He was just here because his house burnt down. And
I didn't make that connection. That's so funny.
And it was because he was on SNL the night before.
Okay.
And so like Ben Marshall and like some of the SNL guys are in the group. So that's how he ended up coming through.
So it wasn't an email. He's smart enough to know.
He might be on the email list now. I don't know. But like the biggest names I got were like Hassan Minhaj and like Sam Morril and Gary Goldman.
I mean, that's pretty good. Nice. Have you played basketball with them?
I've played with Sam. Sam I played with a good amount.
That's cool.
He's pretty good. I talked to him a little bit about the Riyadh Comedy Festival.
Oh, really?
Time. Yeah.
Because he was there, right?
He was there. And I was
wild.
like, so how was it? And he was like, if I had known how much shit I was going to get,
really,
I would not have done it. He was like, I thought I'd get a little shit, but it was like everyone.
But he got paid like what, $200,000 or whatever.
I mean, it must at least.
Yeah.
And he's like one of the least famous people on the bill.
Because like a Shane Gillis or something, you can make that in a night.
Yeah.
But I don't think Sam Morril can. As far as I know.
As far as I know, I don't know.
Maybe he's.
He's on my list of people I'm gonna reach out to.
Hell yeah.
To have him on this. It's funny though with the people that have like actual fame, where I'm like, I gotta think about how to write the email.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Because with like,
dear sir.
Sir, I hope this email finds you well and in good tidings.
Yeah. It's always weird, like sliding into people's DMs on like Twitter. Twitter used to be so good for me because I had a big following on Twitter, and I had a lot of like famous people follow me, and I would use that all the time for stuff. And now Twitter is just the Nazi website, and I have no way to contact people.
Yeah,
but, it is what it is.
I also feel like it's so different for podcasts because if you're booking a show. Mm-hmm. Most comics in New York, like most comics,
they want to do it.
They're down. Like if they're free and it's like not crazy hard for them to get there, like
right. And then they'll bail day of, but you can put them on the poster.
Yeah, they'll say yes, but like podcasts, it's like it's kind of commitment. I gotta like hang out with you for an hour and a half. Like, you know?
Yeah, and that's why it's bad to have a TV show attached to it because you have to make them watch a cartoon or whatever.
Right.
I used to make people watch this fucking 1980s Mario cartoon, like people I respect.
Who did you have on that?
So that show is through this website Hard Drive. So it was never popular. It's way less popular than my current podcast.
Yeah.
But we had like big guests on. So we had like, I don't know, like John Gabrus was on. We maybe not like famous people to like anyone else, but like to me.
But in the podcast world, in the comedy podcast world, yeah.
We had Matt Mercer on.
Well, John Gabrus, he's a big guy, right?
Yeah. And also he's popular. Yeah. But we had Matt Mercer on, who is like in video games is famous. Like he's the voice of like several main characters of video games.
Like which ones?
He is in like Super Smash Bros.
That I've heard of that one. Which one? Who is he?
He's Crom, I think.
Okay, so I don't know who that is.
But he's in a lot of stuff. He's like Ganondorf in
I know that.
one of the
I know
Zelda
that guy.
games. Yep. He's in a bunch of shit, and he's Critical Role. Do you know Critical Role? That's like the big D&D podcast. He's the dungeon master.
I know of it because I've my friend Eric's he's got us playing D&D now.
There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had all these people on who we made watch a cartoon, and Gavers was the one who was like, "I will never come back on this show."
Really?
He was like, "It was very fun, and I'm glad you had me on. I will never watch another cartoon of this show."
Is it really bad? I can't imagine it's terrible. Good. Yeah.
It was Captain Lou Albano was Mario. Who was a 80s wrestler.
Okay.
And then it was this guy Danny Wells who was Luigi, and it was like it's nothing like the video game. It's very bad. It's there's like a lot of rapping in it. It's like very 90s.
I mean, or
80s, 89.
The like Mario, like very fun games, but I've never played a Mario game and been like, God, I want to know more about the story.
Well, you wouldn't have gotten it.
I want
the TV show.
I want the interiorities of these characters' lives,
There's some fun. There was this spin-off that they did called King Koopa's Cool Cartoons, and which was 1K away from being deeply offensive. And it was
King Koopa's
Cool Cartoon. It was a K.
So it was
KKKK.
Okay. Oh, because there were too many Ks.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I see.
So they
Ku Klux Klan kids. Even somehow worse.
So he's like the villain. He's Bowser.
Yeah.
But he's in this like disgusting 80s like costume because they couldn't make them look nice at that time. And they did like 10 episodes of it, and it was canceled because on like the final episode, they would read fan mail from kids, and he's like a villain. So there was one where this kid was like,
"It's a cartoon, right?"
No, this was live action.
Jesus.
And he read this letter from a kid and was like, as a villain, was like, "This letter sucks. I'm gonna find you. I have your address. I'm gonna kill you or whatever." And then they canceled the show.
Jesus, wow, that's crazy.
It was the Wild West. They let you do whatever you want back then.
So what were you into as a kid? Were you like a nerdy kid?
Yeah, a little bit. I was honestly I was watching a lot of stand-up stuff and playing video games and shit. And my parents were like, "You have to learn economics," and that's the first scene of my movie where they say no.
But I'm a clown.
But one day I'll be unemployed in my 30s. And I'll have healthcare through my wife.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
It's so great to have wife nepotism.
God damn.
I'm a nepo husband.
Well, that's why I asked if you guys want to have kids, because that's my dream is just being like a stay-at-home dad that does comedy.
The government doesn't pay enough to have all of us on there. Yeah. Just me.
I know. I saw Doug Smith doing talking about like having bits about being like a stay-at-home dad, and I was like, that's the dream. You just hang out with your kids during the day, and then you do comedy at night, and your wife does everything. And your wife, and obviously, because you are a man, because you're still a man. I'm still a man. I'm not doing the chores. I'm hanging out with the kids, and obviously, my wife is rich enough that we've hired servants to take care of the children while I game.
Well, you don't like video games, so you have to. Oh, but you're playing 2K.
I'm playing 2K. I'm gonna get real nice at 2K.
Specifically, basketball game, or is it different?
2K's basketball. Yeah.
The sports things it's its own world.
You're not a sports guy?
Not really, no.
Yeah, I'm a basketball guy. I don't watch anything else.
But I feel like that's helpful. I feel like there's a lot of sports comedy jobs out there that I'm just like, I can't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't found them, but
fair enough.
But they definitely exist.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, I think it is definitely as like a man in American society.
Yeah,
it's just helpful to know about sports. Like,
yeah,
I definitely through being a basketball fan, especially now living in New York as a Knicks fan, it has made me have a lot of conversations with people I might otherwise never have anything to talk about.
Right. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it. My wife loves the Knicks. We're gender swapping, honestly.
That's awesome.
She's afraid to go to the grocery store. She loves the Knicks. I'm cooking for us. I stay at home.
Why is she afraid to go to the grocery store?
It's so scary. I don't know. We live in like Brooklyn, and I feel like there's all these older white women who are mean to her, and she's like, "That's like my mom."
Is she white?
She is, yeah.
Is she Jewish?
No, she's Catholic.
Ooh.
Cashew relationship.
Cashew. I haven't heard that.
Catholic Jewish.
No, I got it. I wasn't like, whatever could that
mean?
Now hold on. Do we have a whiteboard where you can write that down?
Catholic plus Jewish. So no, not Jewish.
You guys, but not, I guess, like pretty agnostic on both
We're
sides.
both basically atheists.
Yeah.
When she was so we've been dating since high school, which is a great premise for a lot of stand-up material. But when she was in high school, at Catholic school, she, for her homework, had to ask me if we would baptize our kids.
No
and I
way.
said no, and her mom was not happy about it. That's
Damn.
what I was told.
So you guys been dating since high school?
Yeah, since we were children.
And did you go to college together?
We did, but we were a year apart. So it was long distance for 2 of those.
Was there ever a break?
We never broke up. I think her family was not super happy that she went to the same school as me, though. They were like, "You're following your boyfriend."
Yeah.
But I think it was more just like she didn't want to go to RPI or whatever.
Yeah.
So no, we were in college together. Or we probably would have broken up otherwise. I feel like it's hard. I don't know how people do that. Go to different colleges. I've never heard it working out.
My ex, her sister is married to her high school boyfriend. So they lived in India in high school, and then she came back to America to go to college, and her husband, he stayed in India.
That's crazy.
And so they were doing full continent long distance.
That's insane.
For all of college. And now they're married.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
We were long distance for like maybe a year total across 2 years, and it was a nightmare for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a nightmare. I wouldn't be able to do it.
I can't. I don't really understand it, but hey, to each their own. So you love her?
My wife?
Yeah.
She's very cool.
My wife.
Remember Borat?
Dude, that guy's awesome. Remember? I just remember like recently, the last few years, people being like, Borat is racist. It's like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Like, what did you think it was?
Yeah. I think we all wanted to pretend that it was like a smart satire. And then he was like, became like the most Zionist person alive. And we're like, it's just fully racist.
Yeah.
Oh,
it doesn't make it not funny, but like.
Sure. But, and Heil Hitler is a good song.
Yeah, I heard John Marco Cerezi was on Good One, and he talked about how like people need to like stop saying things aren't funny. Yeah, when they're like Trump is funny. That's not good that he's funny, but he is funny. Like
he's objectively very
and like
funny.
when like a Louis scandal came out, people were like, I never liked him. I never thought he was funny. It's like, no, that's not the issue with him.
Yeah.
He is funny. He can be he's a bad guy.
He used his humor to hide that he was evil.
He had to be funny.
Yeah.
It's like when people talk about like Israel's so beautiful. It's like, yeah, it has to be. How else do you think they're getting away with this? You think they got nothing going on? They're doing this?
When people say Chris D'Elia is not funny, it's like, guys, we all love him. He's the man.
Yeah, Chris D'Elia and R. Kelly are the two where it's like, all right, actually, that doesn't really make sense. How did that happen?
Chris D'Elia had like a cult too.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah,
like,
insane.
It's actually.
Well, at least
crazy.
R. Kelly made one song people play at parties.
That's true. He does have So the thing about R. Kelly, he has like 3 of the best songs ever made, and everything else is trash.
Yeah, Chris D'Elia does crowd work.
But he's so good at it.
The funniest thing Chris D'Elia ever made is that video of him realizing that you could see Snapchats. You could save Snapchat text. Have you seen this? No. It's so funny. It's like at the beginning of the scandal where, he had been Snapchatting all these like women.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So he's they're talking about Snapchat on this podcast, and he's like, yeah, but you can't save Snapchats. And they're like, well, you can screenshot it. And you see him go like, and his heart sinks. It's so good.
God.
R.I.P.
Oh, man.
Are you still doing it again? You can't really get canceled anymore.
Yeah,
he doesn't exist.
He put out a video about the Riyadh festival.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was. I don't even remember what his angle was, but
they didn't invite me.
I did. I responded to it on Threads, and I said,
Cool.
"You're a pedophile." 0 likes. Nobody interacted with it.
There's a lot of them out there. I remember, so I did that dumb parody of Seinfeld where I was doing pedophile jokes as Seinfeld. And then, a few years ago, Dane Cook put out a special that has, almost word for word the same bits, but, he's just like, I'm a pedophile. Earnest. Yeah, I love my child wife.
Right. That's kind of beautiful, man.
Yeah, love is love.
Dude, that is so weird about Woody Allen.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest, not the worst thing about Woody Allen, but the weirdest thing about Woody Allen is that it, worked. You know what I mean? That,
sure. All his movies are about how cool it is that he's a pedophile.
Yeah, and then it's they are, have, a supposedly happy.
Sure. Well, he's also had sex with other children. I mean, that's only one of them.
Look, he's not perfect.
Annie Hall is good.
It's so good.
It is weird watching Manhattan as an adult.
I haven't seen the full thing, but I saw recently, it was after Diane Keaton died.
Sure.
Saw like somebody posted like a clip from it, and it was just like how casually they mentioned like your girlfriend's in high school. Yeah, my girlfriend's in high school. Like,
it's like, isn't that cool? It's crazy.
And that was like such a trope of things up until like even like the 2010s. I remember there's like an Office storyline where Andy's dating a high schooler. He doesn't know she's in high school.
Right.
But there's still a storyline of him dating a high schooler. Like
in that Horatio Sands thing, there's all this stuff about Jimmy Fallon hanging out with his like young girlfriend and being like, so you studying for the SATs? Like with all the SNL people. It's crazy.
Dude, I had a friend in high school who had like a 25-year-old boyfriend.
That's
and
wild.
I remember just being like, that's weird. And she was like, no, it's what? It's pretty weird,
It's
right?
a little odd.
Yeah.
The older you get, the weirder it is.
I remember, our English teacher was like pretty young, and she was like, "Oh, you're like the same age as my boyfriend." And he was like, "What?"
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I did have a friend who, like, we had a very young high school track coach. I don't know how old she was. She must have been somewhere to our age.
Old enough.
And like other schools would like hit on her and stuff. And I always thought it was so weird because she was like an adult and we were children. And then when we graduated, one of my friends, who, if he's listening to this, sorry for calling you out, had sex with her. Damn. It was like, well, all right, I guess that fair enough.
She was hot.
She was good looking.
So he's like the coolest guy ever.
Yeah, good for him. He's good looking too.
He's the coolest guy, or she's a fucking creep.
Yeah.
That's how it works. That's how it works. With if it's like if it's older guy, younger girl, older guy's a creep, and young girl, she got that's not cool. That's not cool what happened to her.
Yeah.
But if it's young guy, old girl still a creep. Mm-hmm. Young guy, coolest guy ever.
It was. I think he was in college, I think like late college.
That's crazy. That's one of those things that I feel like there's always like rumors of stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this is real.
I'm pretty sure it's real. I never asked.
You never saw a video?
I did not see the video. It was what
This
I was
is the
told,
video that crashed my parents' computer.
What I was told was that it was at like we used to all go to running camp, and so he had become a counselor there, and then like when all the running kids went to sleep, kind of thing. The counselors come out to play. Wow, it's weird.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So why aren't you more famous?
Why am I not more famous? I don't. So when you said that I was the person you've spoken to the least on here, outside of just not being talented or charismatic, I suck at this whole networking thing. I don't ever talk to people. Yeah, it's so hard.
It is hard.
I just want to I don't know. I want to be like, I'm focused on my craft, and then it's like that isn't important.
That doesn't exist anymore.
No, it doesn't matter. I don't know if it ever existed.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unless you're really good.
I think you have to just actually be a genius.
Yeah.
I think you have to be like Woody Allen level genius. Like Bill Cosby level genius. Louis
all
C.K.
sorts of perverts.
Wait a minute.
They've all figured out something that powers them, their muse.
I don't know if anybody like has a bit about this, but just like the idea of like, does having sex with children like make? I think somebody has this bit. Like, does having sex with children make you good at stuff? Like,
they're all doing it.
Yeah,
on that cool island.
Sorry, what?
Little St. James.
Yeah, it's funny. Nobody knows the name of the island.
Everybody's called.
No, I know. Well, I guess everybody knows the name.
I certainly know it. I've been there many times. No, I feel like I obviously. Like it's just all these terrible people that we now just like know are secretly terrible, there's like that'll never face consequence, like Matt Groening or whatever, like the guy who created The Simpsons.
He was on the island.
Apparently he was there. There was this story about how he made people rub his feet or whatever. It's like, man, what are we gonna do with that information?
I mean, there had to have been some people on the island that didn't really like.
Sure, they're just there to network.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a great beach.
It's an island,
It's a private island.
Maybe these girls' parents are here. I don't know. Can't do that at a Brooklyn open mic.
No. And that's why I'm not more famous. I'm not hanging out with...
I'm not networking with the pedophiles.
No.
Do you want to be famous?
I want to be able to pay my bills.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like I feel like, not to be like all like capitalism, but like, I feel like I've achieved enough success in my career where I'm proud of myself and happy, but I'm broke.
Yeah.
It's not enough.
I feel the same way. I mean, obviously, like I would like to be I'm an ambitious person, so I still would like to be doing better. It's not like I'd be like, I want to plateau here forever, and like that's cool. But I am like, I'm happy with where my career is at, except for the money.
Yeah.
And like when I talk to people that aren't comedians, and they're like, comedy seems so hard, and I'm like, it's not. Making money doing it.
Yes.
That is hard. That's the part that's really hard. Doing comedy is not, whatever you do, whatever your job is, that's fucking hard to me.
Sure.
Like, whatever it is. Literally doesn't matter. You could be like a data analyst, you could be a fucking ER doctor, you could be a janitor. Like, whatever you're doing is way harder.
Sure. Do you have like career, like bucket list thing, like goals that you've hit that you're just like, I've nailed it?
I mean, I guess there's like certain venues that I've performed at that I'm like, performing at like Union Hall and New York Comedy Club and like the Comedy Store, like, that's cool. Having been able to like perform at those places is definitely feels like cool achievements. There's like, like having gotten to feature for comics. There are certain things that I'm like, if I told myself like 20-year-old me just starting out, like, you did that, I'd be like, wow, that's really cool. Yeah. I mean, I like literally playing basketball with Sam Morril. I'm like, that's
up there.
That's a cool thing, you know?
That rules.
Getting to have like, great comics like Gary Goldman and Sean Patton, like do my show at BCC, like running a good monthly show for like 2 years. So there's definitely things where I'm like, I feel like I've achieved. I guess it is just it's such like a grass is always greener kind of industry, and maybe that's all industries. I don't know, but like. It does feel like whatever, especially if it's not current, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like once it's in the past, it does feel like I'm like, that was cool, but what can I do?
Yeah.
Now it's
you assume everyone forgets about it.
Yes.
Which is annoying. And people don't really forget about stuff you do. But yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. What about you?
Me?
Yeah.
I feel like I've done a few things that I'm proud of. I got to not make a TV show, but I got to develop a TV show at Adult Swim. That's like the coolest thing I've ever done, I think.
Yeah.
It would be cool if it came out and people saw it, but it didn't. But that's like, I was like, that's great. I feel like I paid my bills doing comedy for 3 years, which I feel like is...
I mean, and that is the goal. For me, that is the goal. Like, really, is like, if I could just not substitute teach, not have another job outside of this...
Yeah. I had a real chip on my shoulder for a long time about not being able to do comedy full time. And then I did it, and I was like, this is a nightmare, and it's awful in many ways. And now I feel like I've done that, and I could have a normal job and be fine. Like, emotionally.
But you still don't have one.
I don't. But I have a podcast.
But I could.
But I could. But no one's hiring me.
Yeah.
Because I post crazy things online.
No one's hiring me because I'm talking about milking cartoon characters. Oh, you called Jerry Seinfeld a pedophile one time. And you say Jews look like goblins, and that's our fault one time.
And sure, they're tagged to the top of all my pages.
But that's just, you look at the views.
I do feel like that is ruining me.
Views.
I feel like that's probably why I can't get a job, but it's there.
Yeah, I have actually thought about it where I'm like, because literally any job I've ever applied to, I haven't got.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, my Instagram is public.
Yeah.
There are certainly some jokes that I'm like, that might scare off an employer or two.
I feel like I'll apply to a job that's like, we're looking for someone named Jeremy Kaplowitz, and we're going to pay you dirt shit. And I apply to it, and they're like, we don't want you.
Yeah.
So it's got to be something.
It's got to be something. Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Like, my parents invented computers.
What could you do?
But okay, so you have achieved some things, you know.
Yeah, I've achieved one or two things.
What do you want to do? Like, what do you want to do that you haven't done?
I would love, I mean, everyone would want to perform for more people, obviously. That's always fun. I'd love to get to the place where I don't have to, I can put on a show and I'm not like begging my audience to come to it all the time. I feel like I always think I'm at that place where I'm like, we're going to do a live show and we've booked this very popular guest and I have an audience, so I'll post it once and it'll sell out and I'll be happy. Or at least like someone will come. Yeah. And then it's just like, we get back, get to the end of it and you're like, guys, there's 10 days left. You know what I
mean? Low ticket alert. And by that, I mean, the ticket sales are low. I do not want to owe the venue money. Please come.
Please come. I don't want to embarrass myself. The place is too big.
Yeah.
You don't want to hear me talking about how it sounds bad. The audience wasn't mic'd, I'm going to say. So that and I would love to, paying my bills doing comedy would be great. Just I would love to like sell a TV show. I've been trying so hard to do it, and nobody will let me do it. It's so hard.
What do you have any? So what was the one Cartoon Network or not Cartoon Network, Adult Swim that you were?
I wrote this thing called The Hamlet Factory with my friend Phil. And it was like a sitcom that was about all of the monkeys in the office where people were trying to write, like infinite monkeys and infinite typewriters trying to write Hamlet. And it was like an office comedy.
That's funny.
And we made it as like a web series.
Yeah.
And it aired on Adult Swim and it was on like HBO Max. And I was so proud of it. And then we tried to stuff it with as much like character and stuff as we could to be like, this could be a TV show.
Yeah.
And then they liked it and they paid us to develop it into a pilot. So then they gave us money and we wrote it into like an 11-minute version and we did like a billion drafts and then they said no, but it was very cool that we got to do it.
Is it still available? Is it still on HBO Max?
The web series is still online. I think they took it off HBO Max. It's on YouTube.
Okay.
It's searchable. I don't love it. I'm very proud of it, but it's like so clearly like we've put too much in it. Like it's got terrible pacing and whatever. But it's cool that it exists.
I feel like that can happen a lot where it's like you get the opportunity to do something and you're like, this has to be the best thing ever.
Yes. And we didn't make it, like the goal wasn't to make the funniest video. The goal was to make like a thing that could prove that could be more.
Yeah.
But it was cool that we got to do it. We did 3 episodes and there's cool people in it and it's animated. ProZD, who's like a popular YouTuber, is in it. Alyssa Lynn Paris is in it. Kylie Brakeman. Natalie Walker, and one last person I'm forgetting. Tom Walker from Australia. I don't know if any of these people are popular, but I like all of them.
Shout out.
Tom Walker, he's doing the Australian British baking show.
Google him.
Google him. He has
folks.
a great special. Yeah, honestly,
Tom Walker?
If I can recommend someone special, he has a really fucking funny mime special on Amazon. It rules.
I have somebody told me about this.
It's great.
Because somebody was like, "There's a mime special that's great."
There can't be another one.
Yeah, there can't be another one. There can't be 2 mimes.
He's really
There
funny.
can only be 1 mime. Great.
Yeah. You ever try to pitch TV stuff?
Not yet. I have some ideas, but I have not been in like a situation where people have asked for stuff. I have a couple ideas, and I have like scripts that I've written.
Well, I'll say, I mean, I know everyone says this, but no one will ever ask you.
Yeah, so just write it. So how did you get to the point of like?
So my friend Phil and I, we had both written a bunch of things. He's a sketch comedian, and we just had like made a bunch of things together. And we came up with this idea for the Hamlet Factory, and I was like, let's do it on our own. But then we made like a proof of concept that I drew that was like dog shit, and we sent it to like 100 production companies, and we took all these meetings. Because sometimes like people will just watch stuff if it's not a script, especially if it's a proof of concept. And we sent it to the guy who produces Adult Swim Smalls, which is like the web series, and he just like liked it and gave us money. Yeah. So you got to just
do it. That's the thing where it's like that's what's tough about trying to write for TV. Mm-hmm. Because it's like if you're writing literature.
Yeah,
and then you just write it, and you're like,
and
all right, read this. Whoever reads stuff, I'm gonna get them to read it. But with the screenplay, it's like, okay, you wrote, now make it.
Yeah, there's nothing. It's not a thing.
No,
it's not its own product.
And I think that maybe I had the idea. I don't know if I like had this idea. I think I had the idea of like, you get so good at stand up that people just start asking you what other ideas. Yeah, and it's like. Maybe that is the case for some people. Maybe that was the case. It does not seem like
it's definitely not anymore.
No, if it was at some point, it's not anymore.
Yeah, and definitely not good at stand-up. It's definitely, if there is such a thing, it is Instagram followers.
Yeah, now that's definitely what it is. It's. I think it always has been what clout do you have?
Sure,
like what can you offer us? And that either comes from people seeing you as like such an immense talent that it's like. But even then, a lot of people can't recognize talent unless there's like numbers behind it.
I don't think it exists. I mean, even like Stavros made that movie.
Yeah,
right?
He made it all by himself.
He made it. He wrote it, and he went to a production company, and they like pitched it.
Yeah, and that was after being a successful touring comedian.
Yes,
and successful podcaster.
Yeah, and having an audience that will come see it.
Yeah, and so it would be cool to make something like that. I definitely have always wanted to make some kind of TV show.
It's quite grueling.
Yeah,
It's a grueling process.
I mean, that's why I haven't done it. You know?
Even the Adult Swim thing, they told us we could make a TV show and develop a pilot, and I was like so hyped. And then they're like, great, we're going to send you a contract. And then they have lawyers, and then, because it's a real TV show, we had to hire a lawyer.
Yeah.
And it took 1 full year of negotiating. And I was just like, can we please just do it? Just say yes. And it was like, well, a full year of waiting.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah, it also, from what I've heard about, like, even with the way people do specials now, where, like, you kind of think in your mind, like, Netflix asks, do you want to do a special? It's like, no, you shoot the special.
Yeah.
And then you try and sell it.
I'm bummed about the way that specials have, I don't know, it's kind of weird, the whole state of comedy specials.
It's weird because it's not special.
No, not at all.
Anymore.
It's all normals. They're all on YouTube. And I get it, because I feel like I'm in the same place where I'm like, I've been doing stand-up for an embarrassing amount of years. I have a body of work. No one knows about it.
Yeah.
I'd love to just put it online.
Right.
But I don't know, yeah.
But then then it comes, it's like, you know, I have friends who are really good comics who have put out specials that no one has watched.
Yeah, of course.
For whatever reason. Maybe
There's a million.
Maybe because they're not filmed as well as they could. Maybe they are filmed well, but people just haven't seen it. You know, it's like...
there's a lot of great ones. I love a lot of like New York City comedians who have like indie specials.
Yeah.
A lot of them are great. But
and the crazy thing is, sometimes you do put a special on YouTube and it gets a million views. And like you have people like Shane and Stavros and like Sam Morril and Jordan Jensen who like they did the YouTube thing and then they sort of like got...
But they're famous already.
Yeah, they already had some sort of following.
And then they're creating new, like, so Stavros will put like JP McDade on his YouTube or whatever.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
Which is cool that...
to become like your own like studio.
Yeah.
YouTube studio. I don't know, it's weird. It's a weird place.
Yeah, and if any of those people want to be friends with me and put me on their YouTube, please do. Come on, I'm a chill guy. I'm a chill guy. I don't do anything with kids but teach.
Yeah. You think you'll ever make a special? Head to the gutter, film your special?
I don't know if I would film it at the gutter just because I feel like
so many of them.
It feels like it's become an oversaturated venue for tapings. But yeah, I would like to. I would like to film a special.
Just have a record of it.
Yeah, I have like some idea. I have ideas of titles and like sort of. Cool. You know, I'm doing a half hour next month, which I haven't done in a while.
Oh yeah, me neither. I haven't done a half hour in a long time.
Yeah, I realized it's been like a year since the last time I did it, and
it's hard to do in the city.
It is hard to do in the city, really, and it's also like, you know, I don't have reps. I got to find that. Right. And it seems like even for the people that have reps, like they don't do anything. You have to like book that shit yourself.
I had a manager for like a few years,
and
through that Adult Swim thing.
Nothing.
Couldn't get him to read my scripts.
Yeah.
I wrote a movie that I couldn't get him to read. I was like, already my manager.
Yeah, like what are you doing? Yeah,
you can give him money.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's something I definitely want to do, but I also am like very much have the idea of like, I think initially when I started comedy, I was like, I'm gonna be like Louis and just in the good comedian way. And like, I'll put out like a special every. I'll have so many specials. God, yeah. And then it's like, I might only ever make one special. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't want to do that until I'm ready. I don't want to like jump the gun on it. I have an idea. So I'm from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. Not a really like big city, not a comedy city. I think it'd just be really cool to tape a special there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like find like a cool room there. And so that's one idea that
Whitmer Thomas did something like that. That's really good.
Yes, he did it
in Florida somewhere, or
Alabama.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's sort of the Floribama area. Yeah.
Someone just take a photo of us.
I think so.
It was like flash photography.
Dude,
that's cool.
That's cool. They were like, I think these.
It's just like I feel like we're in a zoo exhibit for like Brooklyn guy.
If it was like, what was the fucking thing of like, wasn't there something of it's just like, the guy lives his entire day in a window and
a Severance or whatever did that, right? Didn't they have an exhibit or something?
Severance did something like that, but even before that, just like some type of art installation where it's just a guy going about his day and there's like an open window.
That's what it feels like.
It does feel like that.
Hi. Someone is knocking on the window now and taking a photo of us. I can't tell if they were flipping us off.
I think they were doing this thing, though, like you're
the
gay.
Okay thing. Whatever it was.
Okay, is that the Nazi thing?
Yeah.
Dude, they were like, look at those fucking Jews talking in mics. Look at those Jews on the Money podcast.
Zoran, ever since he won, people were saying okay to me while I podcast.
Oh my god. And it's like, it's not okay, actually. It's not okay.
So our show, my podcast, when we talk about Digimon being milked, we have it on a big screen that like is next to a window, and I always feel bad that people could like see into my fucking apartment.
It's so funny.
Seeing Where Gurumon or whatever.
All right, I think we gotta wrap up. This is fun. I could talk for much longer, but I gotta go to a wedding.
Ooh, who's getting married?
Just a friend who used to do comedy, still kind of does comedy.
Would I know who it is?
Matt Saucedo.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think you would know him.
Damn.
He does more like sketch character stuff.
I don't know anyone anymore.
Yeah.
Ever since COVID happened. Well, you took the vaccine. And I did. I've lost my memory.
That shit fucked up your brain. Yeah, you don't know. Up from down. You know. all you know is milking cartoons.
Someone's got to do it. It's farming. Farmers are so important.
You know that old meme. It was like all girls know how to do is to eat hot chip, be bisexual, and lie. All boy know how to do is watch cartoons, get milk.
I only hear that in Bernie Sanders' voice now because of that one meme. And lie.
But what do you want to? Anything you want to plug?
I would love for your parents to check out Coordinators, the podcast about Digimon being milked.
To my parents, and if anyone else listens to this, listen to Coordinators.
Check it out.
Yeah, Jeremy Kaplowitz, everybody.
Thank you. We're shaking hands.
We shake hands. The business deal is done. Extra creamy. Extra creamy. Extra creamy. Extra creamy.